Hello guys, welcome to another Thursday Detailing Business Roundup. We're here every Thursday. Today we're talking about what to think of your competitors. If you're in the detailing business, what should you think? And we're here with Gian again.
How are you guys doing today?
Right. You got your earrings off. I just noticed that.
Oh yeah, it's more comfortable now, you know, because I can sleep, you know.
Oh yeah. So, what to think of your competitors if you're starting a detailing business, or maybe you're thinking of starting in an area, and a lot of people, when they're the motives for them to start in a certain area, the first thing they look at is, oh, what's the competition there? Bro, I get asked that question. Oh, let's start in that area. What's the competition there? That really doesn't matter. That's the point of this podcast.
Yeah, we don't care about the competition.
We that's the right way to think about it.
Because
let's not care about it.
Yeah, because you focus on yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And you work to grow on, you know, the company. Because when you worry about other companies, you tend to have a different mindset. Yeah. Going towards, you know, working towards your
own thing.
Yeah.
It puts you in fear. Now there are ways of what. Well, there is a right way for you to think about your competitors, for you to study your competitors. You know, but this is not the point of this podcast. But yes, there are a point where you can look at your competitors in a way of studying the market of what type of service you can provide there, what people are buying, but not in a way of defining your own success. Yes. If you're gonna grow, because there's a lot. Because usually when people think about competition, they don't think the right way. They think about defining whether they're going to succeed in there or not, because they think that the other guy is automatically better than they.
Yeah, they want to try to overcome that person that's on the top, when, you know, and their thinking is, okay, they're the best right now. I want to be, you know, taking over them, you know, overcoming them, instead of improving, you know, working, you know, thinking outside the box too.
Reality is once they think of competitors, fear hit them, because they start to think like they're
intimidated.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
John got the right word.
Because you see it, you see this, they're like, oh, they're so perfect, and you know, they're presenting themselves so well to be, you know, number one. So you look at that, you're like, okay, how do I even compete with number one? But that's why you don't even think about it at all.
That's why you don't think about it. You do your thing, you grow. That's entrepreneurship. That's business. When you're growing, working for a business, that's it. You gotta focus on your tasks, because we have enough distractions, man. With
we
YouTube,
do. Yeah.
With Instagram, with
you don't
Reels.
really want to worry about them. You know, you do
thing. Add another thing.
You can, you know,
as a distraction.
Yes.
Focus on you. That's the right thing. That's the right mentality. Yes. Because of that, so you don't put yourself in fear, and you don't think like you're either that. Or number two, you don't think like, if you care too much about competitors in the wrong way, you may think that for you to grow, you have to destroy them. And when you try to do that, it makes it even worse for you.
It does.
That's the worst thing. And it happened to me. We'll tell you our story, right?
No, we will,
It happened to Wings.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when you really try to hit on your competitor's business, talking shit about it, you are only gonna, if you try to attack your competitors, if you focus on your competitor and you try to put them down because you think that's the only way for you to go back up, is what's gonna happen when you attack them. You're gonna first promote their services. The worst thing an entrepreneur, business owner can do.
Promoting another company.
You're promoting, you're
easy, free promotion.
I mean, we hope people do that, right?
Yeah, that's good.
They've done that to us.
Yeah.
But it was like, I saw straight up when this company did that.
Yes.
A client told me that they were looking at our reviews. So let's get to that.
Yeah.
But to the point is, you're gonna promote that company and try to destroy, and you're gonna come out like a foolish crying baby.
Yes.
That's what's gonna happen.
And that what goes around comes around. So if you're just projecting that, it's going to hit you hard at the end.
It happens.
And that happened to that person in the story.
Person in the story. You want me to get to that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're ready, why not? That's a good stuff there.
It's a good one. But everybody gotta understand what you're doing when you're trying to to put other people down, your competitors. First of all, you don't focus on them at all. You start off, because if you're not focusing on them, you're not even going to worry about that, about putting them down for you to grow.
Yes, or competition.
There are plenty of vehicles, bro, out there. There are plenty of cars, business out there for everyone.
There is.
There is like plenty of growth. Now, this guy left a review on the Richmond location.
Let's use a nickname.
They use a nickname. Let's use. But he actually used one of his personal accounts to leave a review, so we don't see who that person is. But he wrote it with his with an unknown name account. He made something up. It was not his name, neither was it the name of his business. And it was in the Richmond location. He left only a quick review there saying, for our business,
yes,
it's overrated with 1 star.
Due to the topic of being a ceramic coating.
No, that was a different one.
Oh, that was, okay.
That's
another story, okay.
That's another story,
okay.
But I'm not gonna get to that story.
Okay, that's, okay.
But it happened twice or 3 times with us.
Okay.
And it always backfired. Not only did it backfire on them, but it improved us.
It did.
But I'm not gonna go to that story. It's the one that happened 5 years ago. You were still with us.
Yeah.
He simply wrote overrated, a 1-star review on Google. And if it was a client, obviously we would look through that.
Yeah, reach back out to them.
Reach back out and see, okay, if it's a legit review, we're gonna try to fix our problem. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
And you know how I found out that he was the owner of a car wash business, and you know how I found that out?
Because everything's linked to something.
Exactly. You cannot hide in the internet.
You cannot hide on the internet.
You cannot hide. So before I wrote my response, which was a very nice, very professional response, and on my response, which I'm proud of myself for that, I did not mention his business name.
Yes.
I could have.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because I'm only gonna let him promote my business. I'm not gonna promote his, right? So he left a 1 star, and back then we had 5 stars.
Yes.
That was our only 1-star review. And I clicked on that profile, on the Google profile of the guy who left the review. You can see the places that this guy left reviews.
Yes.
And it was only 2 other places. His two car wash businesses.
Yes.
That was the 2 other places that he left the review. And I was like, okay, he left a 5-star review.
Yeah.
On those 2 places, because it's his business. I was like, oh, what is this business? Let me click on there. Because I automatically thought that maybe it's a competitor. I already thought about it.
Yeah.
And I clicked on the business. And I saw, bro, I saw that I was able to find that business name and the owner of that business on Facebook, which was Jay something. And his review on Google, the name of his review on Google was Jay. So I was looking for Jay, a name Jay, Facebook page that's connected to that business on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I find the exact name.
Yes.
I found the name of the guy on Facebook, and I realized he was the owner of that particular car wash business.
Yeah. It's like that story, right? It's from his point of view, it's like he took a lot of his time out to maybe you're not the only company, the only company that he did that to. So he's taking his time out on this day to go to other detailing places or any car wash just to try to put him down, just to,
It backfires, man.
Backfires because he is also wasting time where he can be putting towards working on something better, like performing better in his business.
Yeah.
But instead he's taking that just to
destroy
competition.
Others.
He's worried about competition.
Yeah. He's worried about competition.
He's worried about competition. Fear.
Yeah. And he's in fear, and he thinks he got to put others down.
Yeah, he does.
It was a killer response then. I responded to that review professionally. I said, hey, I understand that your intentions here is because you're a competitor owning a different business. Bro, that was so professional. You guys can check it out on Google, on the Wings Mobile Detailing of Richmond location. On Google, you scroll down. It
hit real good in the heart right there.
It hit real good in the heart. And look how it backfires. then I don't know what happened. You know, I don't think about him.
Yeah, because from that, you just notice it, you just move on.
Then I received a call. It was like 2 years later, a few months later. So a client calls and say, hey, I was looking out your reviews. She literally said that. And I saw your only 1-star reviews. Like, that was awesome. Because usually when people are looking for a business and they see the reviews, they go straight to the negative ones.
They do.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why people do that.
Because, you know, news, we're drawn somehow in nature to built to be drawn to negative stuff. So when you go to a company, you want to see, because people are projecting.
Yes.
So they want to check what went wrong during other people's experience.
They like the negativity. A lot of people like the negativity first. And she saw that there were only 1-star reviews. That she read my response and she was like, man, that was awesome. I'm going to go with this business. Right? And now, not only that business is in my mind, I'm not thinking about it, but it's in my mind. I know who the guy is. And we're continue to grow our business. Yeah. We're not going to talk shit about any other business.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that.
We don't.
But we know who did it.
We do.
You know? And that doesn't leave. That doesn't leave our mind. It's not going to leave that client's mind.
It's there.
And it's going to spread.
Forever.
It's there forever. Unless he deleted it.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So, and it's going to be in people's mind, guys. Because it will backfire. And you're just going to come out like a foolish crying baby. That's what's going to happen. That's the only thing that's going to happen. So you don't want to do that. You don't want it to be looked out that way, and you don't want to create enemies, especially when you're starting off your business. Even if you're not starting, you can be bigger. You're starting off your business, and you decide to do that.
Yes.
You know, and I see companies, huge companies, who does that to others.
Really?
Big like Comcast, internet companies, cable companies.
They do that.
They do advertising. They do marketing, putting others down. But what are they doing? That's nuts, bro.
Worried about competition. They don't have confidence in themselves, thinking that they're not the best.
No, in that way, I don't think it's lack of confidence because they're big. They can be a Comcast, right?
Yeah.
Huge companies, or AT&T against Sprint, or the other way around.
It's for attention, also.
It's for attention, but look what you're doing. You're creating attention by also
conflict.
You're creating attention for you, but much more for your competitor.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And it's crazy because, like you said, when they do that, the other company, what do? Do the same thing.
Yeah, and then it's a back and forth.
Yeah.
But what if you don't? You know, like we're not doing the same thing.
If you didn't do it, then you're the big dog.
Exactly.
But no one's the big dog over there because everyone does that. They always, even food.
Yeah.
Food sometimes.
Sometimes, but I could think of internet companies doing that. I saw it before.
Yeah, in commercials and.
Yeah, this was a short one. And every Thursday we're here. John, what's your final closing thoughts on
competition?
Competition.
We don't care about competition.
We don't care.
Okay. You work on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You think within.
Yeah.
You come up with great ideas yourself and work super hard.
Yeah.
And then you'll be the top dog.
You'd be the top dog.
And guess what? You didn't even have competition the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Done.
At the end of the day, you didn't have anything.
You didn't have to worry about anything. Because other people.
About it. Yeah.
They worry about it.
They do.
We don't need fear. There is no.
What's it for? We're growing, and we know, especially if we put that in our minds. We had a guy before, employee in a different city, Virginia Beach, I believe. And he wanted to start his business and do his thing. And then we have another guy who wanted to work for a different company. Yeah. And he was worried about all that because we're already big. And he thought that doing that, he would leave a company that he thinks it was growing. Yeah. Right? And he was in fear. Now, the thing is, unless you're a $1 billion business, like, you're just a speck in the marketplace, right? Like, they think like, oh, you know, one company can grow, the other can't because the other one's too big. Unless the other company is a $1 billion company, it doesn't make much of a difference. Because there is plenty of cars out there.
There is. Big market.
There are plenty of cars.
Dude, and I have another example because there was one time actually when I was talking to a client, and he brought up that he was talking about a different company. He was like, oh, I was noticing this other company was getting better reviews than you guys one time.
Now that's different, yeah.
That is. And I was just thinking about, that kind of makes sense because it's letting you know that people are comparing companies.
Yeah, that's
by client-wise.
Yeah.
But like, inside of the competition, you shouldn't really worry about other
exactly. No, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
The clients do look at who's doing the better service, but our job is to just do the best job we can to the customer, so we can get those 5 stars.
That's like on the outside of
exactly
from the inner workings.
But that's like 100%. But who had the worst star review, us or them?
No, so he was just saying
now
that
I'm worried.
No, there's no competition. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, and that reminded me of that because it was like, okay, he was like trying to bring up a competition thing. It was like, oh, they're getting maybe a little bit more than you.
Oh, a client was using that to try to get a pricing, or?
It was just a random remark, kind of. I noticed because we were just setting it up normally, and then out of nowhere, he just kind of brought it up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of like competition, So it was just because it just came out of nowhere. He was just letting me know, oh yeah, I was noticing this company was getting this.
But bro, that's a good point though.
Yeah.
The point you're making, I'm not sure if that's the point you're trying to make.
Yeah.
But that opens up to this point that that's the right way to look at your competitors.
Yeah.
The right way is for you to not to look at your competitors like we're talking in fear and then you try to put them down. That's the only way you grow. But looking at your competitors like, man,
they're doing great.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
We got to do better.
Yeah.
That's the way to look.
That encourages you too.
Exactly.
In a different way.
That's the right way.
That's the right way.
Now that's the only way. You don't look at competition to see whether you're gonna open a business in one location or not. That's not where you look for. You're gonna open it anyways. Because if you look at your competition to decide whether you open it or not, you're just don't open because you're making an excuse.
You are.
You're being a little B. For real.
No,
right?
True.
You're being
because if your mindset's not ready for it.
Your mindset's not ready for it. I'm not going to open a business there because it's competition. I'm just going to sit on my ass and not do anything. Or work for a business or whatever it may be because it's competitor in a different business industry. It doesn't matter. You're making an excuse. The right way to look at it is just like John said.
Yeah. If they're doing great, you want to be great too.
You want to be better.
Okay.
But without fear, you do your job.
Yeah.
You do your job. And always know, to close out, always know that somebody else around is working 10 times harder than you.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Definitely.
And so we got to put our ass to work.
Yes.
Because somewhere, even if we don't know this business, but chances are it is. Guys, thank you very much. Any more thoughts, John?
Have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you very much, guys. Every Thursday, subscribe. And if you want to get on the choo-choo train of success.
Oh, choo-choo train.
You franchise with Wings Mobile Detailing to get clients on your calendar to grow with us. Bam.